you are looking at the first and currently the only 5x iBuyPower holo craft. It's on the StatTrak M4 How at 00 float, factory new, and it was crafted by one of the craziest, I don't even want to say collectors, just people, Megalodon888. Now this guy is crazy rich. If we look at his inventory, we have a 5x IBP, which he crafted a couple months ago, which is around $60,000 USD on the barrel of the gun. He's got faction new gloves, Crimson Web Enjoyer, StatTrak Faction New, StatTrak Factory New. He's so rich that he doesn't need one Karambit Crimson Web or 5. He needs 17 Factory New with the last sale on CS Float for $7,000 cash. And if you think this is nuts, he has spent over $100,000 attempting the StatTrak Faction New 661 in pure degen trade ups. Let's look at it. Thank you boys for always showing love. So I'm going to give away these Shadow Daggers Tiger Tooth. All you got to do is hit that subscribe button and join our Discord below. Megalodon was one of the people trying to buy the StatTrak Factory New 661. Now that sold for over $1 million, confirmed by Ruffle Monster as the middleman. But as we can see, this guy has spent over $100,000 attempting to beat it. He was doing this while the sale was happening, and as we can see, he got kind of close. Tier 3s he was hitting, Tier 1s he was hitting. He hit this StatTrak Faction New Tier 1 pattern 828, which looks like this. Now in terms of Tier 1s, this is quite low on the Tier 1 spectrum. You got 661, 670, 151955. This does not have a full blue top or a blue booty, but it's still pretty cool. Pattern 310 Tier 2, another Tier 2, incredible. And not only did he hit all these, he hit the StatTrak Faction New Tier 1 pattern 151. This, just like the 661, is a 1 out of 1. There is no other StatTrak Faction New pattern 151 in existence. He crafted this, and this is anywhere from around 50,000 to 60,000. Now a lot of people do ask, why is this only worth 50,000, but the 661, which is also a 1 out of 1 and a Tier 1, is worth over $1 million? And that's purely because of the hype, the wealth gap in the absolute best of the best, cream of the creme item. Similar with watches, if you know anything about luxury items, the top best item, there's a huge gap. Now Ruffle Monster, who was the middleman selling the StatTrak Faction New 661, tweeted about this earlier this year. This is what he's been doing. As we can see, he crafted the StatTrak 151, again worth around $50,000. But he's been doing it like this. 5 arms deal 2, 5 arms deal 1. The trade up is 25% for the AK case hardened and 75% for miss. Each item is a 25%, as we can see. Now, he single-handedly raised the Glock Dragon Tattoo price by over $100. That he has raised the price so much, he is buying skins and trading them up with Kato Holos on them. He does not care. He has raised the price so much that the market price is the ones with these stickers on. Alright, this is the exact trade up he's been spamming. This is cash value, by the way. $375 cash for every single StatTrak Faction New Glock Dragon Tattoo. $2,000 just to attempt a 25% at the StatTrak Faction New, and then after hitting the 25%, a 1 in 1,000 for the 661 pattern. Now, even if he hits the AK case hardened, if it's just a random Tier 4, he loses over $1,000. The Deagle Hypnotic, which is the right case, wrong skin, he loses again 1,900. And the arms deal 2 are even worse. Anyway, if we carry on, we can see these op blinding strikes, and I'll get to why these are pretty crazy. As we know, this is the trade up. When he misses and hits the 75% for either the P90 Cold-Blooded, the Serum, or the Hypnotic, he loses around $2,000 cash every time. Now what he does next is even crazier. As these take up inventory space, he puts them all into a trade up. Remember, each one is technically $2,000 because that's how much money got put in to craft each item. So this is around a $20,000 trade up, theoretically, if he doesn't sell. And he goes for a 50% StatTrak op lightning strike. And as you can see in his inventory, he's got a lot of op lightning strikes and a lot of SG Blood in the Waters. Now in this page you won't see it at first, but there's a Karambit case hardened pattern 387. This is the $1.5 million Karambit. As we can see, he bought the second lowest wear of the 387, which is field tested 0.16. This is the self-proclaimed 1.5 million in factory new, and he bought the second lowest float at field tested. Now even though this is the second lowest, It's been priced estimated that it's around $200,000 to $250,000 because it is field tested. Crazy inventory, crazy collector. If you had fuck you money, guys, would you be doing this type of stuff? I buy power crafts, 661 trade ups. Let me know in the comments.